True.
Positionless.
Alright, let's see here. Does it all work out? Oh. You sure I didn't do anything weird around.
I didn't touch anything.
I didn't do it.
It wasn't me.
Let's see here. Not the Lutz. Nice, just not quite.
It is time!
Hello, welcome. I have a Lutz on here. It's a filter that makes everything cool and shiny. I don't think we need it because the lighting is perfect for the background that I have. Double click to field pairs, and I simply toggle that bad boy off. There we go. It's a little bit more drowned out, but hey, we're here. Hello, welcome to the Daring Player Squad channel. My name's Rashi.
And I'm Joyce.
And it's Saturday, which means it's Ace Attorney, bad boy stubs, wow, voice horns. I ended up a little bit earlier than we usually do, which is we usually lead right into the trial, but we were running really late, so we decided to end a little bit before trial. And Joyce has run off, and she's gonna be my guide. So we're gonna finish off the investigation for the first day, and then move into the first trial, and then finish the first trial and dip into the investigation a little bit. Hopefully, we have the time and we're good at it. We should be able to get back to the usual rhythm of things. Meaning, we'll be back to the next trial, the beginning of the next trial for next week. Joyce, do you have everything open?
Yes, I do.
Cool. So Joyce is gonna help me out with a little bit of playthrough in case walkthrough if I get a little bit confused or not quite sure what to do. Let's just get everything fast.
Also, because we have played this game before, it's not like it's not like there's any real mystery. It's just let's get through this.
I have not. And so funny story. During all the 3D intersections or 3D investigations, there might be a significant drop in performance. I don't know why. My PC isn't that bad, so I will need to figure out a reason why that's happening. I've been thinking about getting brand new PC parts again, because the parts are about 4 or 5 years old now, and they were pretty old when I first bought them. But the whole kit and caboodle was like $400 or $500 for a new CPU and motherboard that was essentially replacing a 10-year-old motherboard and CPU. So, I guess. I guess. Okay.
I'm not even leaning on it.
Crinkling a little bit? Okay, I don't like the crinkles.
Cause you're always on me about like, oh, the blue screen isn't crisp and like the contrast isn't doing something. Like,
yeah,
okay,
well,
fine.
why are you complaining about it if you don't care about it?
Because tit for tat, that's why.
Okay,
because
so
I love you.
Just petty. Fair.
Yes. Yes, I am.
Just for petty reasons, Joyce wants to be on my case about it.
Absolutely.
I had the right settings before, which is weird. I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure
know.
my
Like
settings...
you walked away and then it.
Good enough. Good enough.
Good enough.
All right.
It will be a little corner of carpet because that's just
fine.
that's.
Yeah. I mean, I can turn it left, but it'll hit the side a little bit, which is fine. Whatever.
That's fine. Good
I don't know
enough.
why-
This is in the realm of good enough tonight.
Good
What?
nothings. Good nuts.
Good enough.
Could do. Sorry, I thought I had this video thing. The only problem I have with this right now is that the video doesn't stay the same. In that, fuck the chat up too much. Good enough.
Good enough. Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Hey.
Alright, let's get on with it.
Okay.
I forgot where I was on this.
You have already talked to Clavier about a whole bunch of things. The song is a prediction of what he's been going through.
Yes.
So now you want to go back to the Gavanir's dressing room.
Oh yeah, then we bumped into this guy, right?
Ah!
Who's there? There it goes again. Who is that? Who is that guy?
Oh.
Huh? Trucy?
You know, he did look sort of familiar.
So he's a friend of yours?
No, that's not it. Sorry, I don't remember.
Curiouser? Curiouser. Curiouser. I don't think that's a word.
Curiouser.
I think it's more curious, isn't that it?
It's a reference to something.
Curiouser? Curiouser.
it's a reference to something. There's something else that like does that. Is the volume okay? Cause like my little eek scream probably was loud.
We peaked a bit, but that's not too bad.
Okay, that's not too bad. If it's weird, let me know.
July 7th. Oh, it's just
Ah,
my birthday.
Lemure! What has happened? I heard that Mr. Latouche has died.
Amir, you speak? I mean, you speak English?
Yes. I was invited here from the Republic of Borgonia. Borginia. But I am not Borginian by birth.
She's
okay.
a Russian. You can practice your Russian accent, Joyce. Yes, voice acting for the win. Hello, Julian the Great. Yes,
Hello,
yes.
yes.
We have the best voice acting.
The best of the mediocres.
I keep forgetting to add bad voice dubs to this because we just put bad voice dubs on everything. We've done like Final Fantasy 7 to 9 bad voice dubs, and then Apollo, and then Ace Attorney, all 3 Ace Attorneys.
It just came naturally. You just had to do it, right?
It's just fun.
But
20 out of 10.
Woo!
Yeah, woo! We're now up from bad voice dubs to mediocre voice dubs.
Oh
apparently.
yeah.
Anyway.
But wasn't Mr. Latouche your interpreter? Yes, well, it was Mr. Latouche's idea. He thought it would add to the mystery, you see?
Then your pianist is
Actually,
also...
you know what? She shouldn't have an accent.
Maybe...
She shouldn't have an accent.
Machi.
I mean, let's be honest. She shouldn't have an accent.
It's a moral imperative.
It is a
Yes.
moral imperative. No, Machi Tobaya is Borginian. He doesn't speak English. Now, please tell me, what has happened to Mr. Latouche? Why did he... Actually, Mr. Latouche was...
Trucy!
Huh?
Remember what Prosecutor Gavin said? Not a word.
But Mr. Latouche is Lemura's manager. That's not fair to her.
Oh, if we hit a flashback, you'll really enjoy something.
Oh, yes.
Just letting you know.
Yes. I mean, isn't she a related party?
Precisely who Prosecutor Gavin doesn't want to alert. Precisely who Prosecutor Gavin doesn't want to alert, I suspect.
Oh, well, all we have been told is to wait here in this room. It is very unsettling.
I'm sorry, we're trying to figure it out ourselves. Do you think I could ask you some questions?
Of course. I'm always willing to help.
As calm as she looks, she's as calm as she looked on stage. I can't put my finger on why, but I like this Lemure. I have no idea how to pronounce this.
Although Machi probably has an accent. What is Machi? What? But you'd be alone.
I don't know how to speak Russian.
I think it's funny that she's like, yes, but Machi doesn't speak English, and she's speaking to Machi in English.
Speaking and understanding are two different things.
It is alien speak for sure.
Yeah. Meep morp zeep. What seems to be the problem?
Machi, he is no good around strangers.
Should I just say what the shapes are?
Oh my god, yes, that would be hilarious.
I'll do 2 or 3 shapes, maybe.
He wishes to go out for a breath of fresh air.
Is that supposed to be Russian? Well,
It's
they're from
supposed-
Borginian, which is the
Borginian.
Slavic name, which is Slavic, right? So I'm
It
trying.
sounds Slavic. So I was on Wikipedia, and apparently the descriptions of where Borginia is falls kind of within the Germany area.
Oh, Germanic. Okay.
Germanic.
Yeah.
But it does still sound like a Slavic country.
Yeah.
Also, as far as going through Wikipedia I learned that
Clavier doesn't actually
Clavier
have
is not actually German. He's a
German weeb.
Giant weeb.
He's a Deutsch weeb.
Yeah, he's a giant Deutsch weeb, is what it is. He's not actually German. Would that be all right?
Sure, of course. Ellipses.
Very well. What is it you wish to ask me about? Now talk to the Lemure.
The Republic of Borginia. That's Northern Europe. That's Northern Europe, right?
I've never even heard of it. I started out singing in a restaurant. Then a producer called me.
I've never been to the Deutschland. Oh, for Italia fans? Yeah, I guess. I guess. Oh man, Italia, that's a relic.
I know, right? Before I knew it, here I am.
The age of glomp circles.
Oh, look at that, a convenient yaoi paddle.
Where did this yaoi paddle come from?
You don't say. I mean, I could always use a yaoi paddle, especially in the courtroom.
My daddy plays with a yaoi paddle in the restaurant. Like, okay, whoa, easy.
You know my daddy plays with a yaoi paddle.
We did a drinking game where we watch this video, and every time Joy says daddy, we have to drink. Daddy?
Oh, good God.
Producers tend to look for talent, Trucy. Oh. LaBurn. LaBurn. Lemure, you're not from Borginia originally. Where were you born?
Well...
Oh, is that supposed to be a secret?
Image is everything when you're a star. I know a little bit about that, of course. Yes. It is something like this. A contract, you might say. I'm also not to speak anything but Borginese in public.
Image is important, I guess.
It's not all Image, though. Her songs are lovely.
Alright, 1 second.
What you doing? What you doing?
It just really annoys me that Streamlabs doesn't quite...
Doesn't hold on to the adjustments every time, and you gotta fix it every time.
Yeah, it's dumb. Stupid, I don't like it.
I don't know why you have to, like, mess with the dial so much on your profile.
Yeah, I'm not sure why.
Because, like, when I use mine, I just go filter on.
Rinse, lather, repeat.
And then, and then, like, it doesn't break. But, like, every time with yours, it does. I don't know. It's weird. A real landscape painter in sound.
A painter in what?
In what? What?
A painter in what?
She travels the world, turning the sights she sees into music. That's the secret to your music's beauty, right? You're very perceptive. Oh, I use your songs all the time in my stage act. I don't have to pay for royalties for that, do I?
Well, it depends on where you are.
You might.
Actually, in Canada, you have to pay. You pay one fee for every song, essentially. It's like it's a.
Well, I mean, it also depends. It depends on because it's Borginian.
Oh, maybe.
Right.
Yeah.
So it depends on her laws.
Stop while you're ahead. Stop while you're. My mouth is not in it to win it. Stop while you're ahead, Juicy.
This landscape painter and sound too is an image. Yet without it, my songs would not be widely so heard.
I'm here. Oh, okay. No, thanks.
Oh yes.
Juliana the Grey. When you have a chance, let us know where you're from, how you found us, etc. So on.
They even call you the siren of the ballad, right? Yes. In Borginese, La Muror means the siren. I hear that perhaps already I'm not the siren I once was.
Isn't it just is it a palindrome, or what is it called? A moniker? What's the word for rearranged words that make a different name?
I don't remember.
You've been here before? It's been a while. Oh, okay. My friend Under Dragon introduced me. Oh, right. I remember.
I remember now.
Okay. You look familiar. I couldn't place you.
It's been a while.
Machi.
You're a pianist. Machi, was it? He's cute, like a porcelain doll. Actually, I think it's Maki.
Is it Maki?
Oh. Because again, Wikipedia.
It's very European. Yeah.
Because it
like Michael?
there was something about the pun on being like a Maki roll.
Oh, okay. It could be just Mike, because Michael is the ch is a sound.
Could
so
be,
Mike,
yeah.
Maki.
Maybe. I met him while singing in a restaurant. He's an orphan, yet his playing is exquisite. Soon he came to live with me. It's like a fairy tale, almost.
I noticed he hardly leaves your side.
Yes, well, he's blind. At first, I hesitated at dragging him across the world. He doesn't speak English.
No.
Sorry.
He doesn't speak English either, does he?
He had never left Borginia before we met.
Oh, the word
Anagram.
Thank you, an
Yes.
anagram, yeah, for mirror. The mirror.
I made his presence part of my contract. Maki and I are together are la mirror, together and always. Okay.
Okay,
that could be a significant thing if
If they're never separated, yeah.
no, because if la mirror means the siren
Mm-hmm.
and Maki and her as a unit are always considered la mirror as a branding thing, that could be important.
That sounds about right.
Mr. Latus was my new manager.
New?
Yes, 3 months ago, around when I received Mr. Gavin's invitation to come. I met Mr. Latus at my office. He was to be my manager and bodyguard. And, as it turned out, my interpreter.
Interpreter? Even though you speak English?
Yes, but we were to visit more places than just here. We had a concert in Japan scheduled after this one, though I fear that may have to be cancelled now.
Which is funny, because technically you're in Japan. In the game. But this is like some weird twisted San Francisco, US, Japan.
Japanifornia.
Japanifornia, right.
Yes. This is Japanifornia.
Is it canonical in the anime now that it's called Japan?
No, in the anime, it's Japan. They're in
Okay.
Japan. Was Mr. Latus from the Republic of Borginia too? Well, he was only with me for 3 months. I'm afraid there is much I do not know about him. And now, I shall never know.
Okay, why is this so
What?
weird all of a sudden?
What? 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 What?
Yeah, weird. The stream chat not showing up.
Test. Oh shit, yeah. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
Weird. My chat is. Oh, did you delete it?
No.
Delete anywhere?
Oh. I did
Joyce
not.
deleted.
I did not. I did
the
no
chat
such
box,
thing.
so
I
we
did
cannot
no
see
such
any of your
thing.
lovely words.
But you know what? You can always put one back in.
Joyce is a liar.
I
and a
did
thief.
no such thing. I only fiddle with the sound.
What is it?
Browser capture.
source.
Browser source. Add source. Add source.
Sorry, guys.
And then the height. Adjust the height so that that's good. I always go about 300. I do. I definitely do
You
that.
do that. Love of my life.
800. Yeah, that's good. And then you just scale it down. Fine. Okay, fine.
Scale it down. The text scales down. I'm not fond of it, Joyce.
You're not
don't
fond of
like
it,
it, Joyce. I don't like
Oh.
it. It's terrible. Oh, it's awful. Sorry about that.
Are you sorry about
Voice
that?
sound.
You're not sorry about that at all.
Fine. Perfect. Okay, I have fixed it.
Have you fixed it?
I have
You
fixed
fixed it. Oh,
fixed
yes.
it.
Oh, fixed
Okay.
No one will tell me why no one will even tell me why he has died.
I'm sorry. Prosecutor Gavin said we weren't to talk to anyone.
The Latus was a talented man. The siren of the ballad. That phrase was his idea, you know. I'm happy for him that it has become so well known.
The siren? What's that? That's what he meant.
Huh? Apollo?
You are the siren, right, Lemure?
That is the meaning of my name in Borginese, yes. It was the name my producer gave me, but why do you ask?
It's very important. I had to know for sure if the siren was you. The gasp.
What do you mean, important?
I'll tell you. You deserve to know.
Le siren.
Siren. It turns out that it's a very important word in this case.
How?
When we found Mr. Toulouse, Mr. Latouche, he was still alive.
And a little bit wet.
And a little, a little bit moist. A little moist.
You know, it's not as crisp lettucey.
A little limp. I heard him say something. His last words.
Oh.
Oh, here we go.
Oh yeah.
Mr. Latouche, can you hear me? Yes, witness. Hang in there, Mr. Latouche. Tell me, who was the witness? Witness is Siren.
He said siren? Really?
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
I'm glad you all enjoyed that. My favorite edition. My favorite edition.
I know, right? That was worth the headache to make that work.
I was the only one there to hear it, but I'm sure that's what he said.
Mr. Latouche said that? Wacky waving inflatable human. Ask the witness.
And you're the siren, Lemura. Did you see what happened? Oh? Lemura?
Might I ask, are you with the police?
Well, no, I'm a defense attorney.
An attorney? There have been no arrests, yes?
Is that a problem?
Does an attorney not work for a client? If you have no client, you should leave the investigation to the police, I think.
Oof. Look called out.
I know, right? But, Lemura, I'm sorry, but I cannot answer your questions. I'm afraid you lack the authority to ask them.
Why? If she witnessed the crime, why won't she tell us?
I believe we are through here.
I believe so. Alright, now we're donesies. We gotta move on.
Moving on.
Maybe we can find Maki.
Yeah, so go back out to the backstage and head towards Lemura's dressing room.
Dum dum da da.
Oh, sorry, there are some more things that you could talk to her about.
Oh, I have to show her some.
Yeah, there's some stuff that we can show.
evidence.
Yes. La Gavinzu. First of all, examine.
Some interesting examination things. There's so much cool
There's
stuff
the
here.
postcards here.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's new.
Yeah. Well, that is worth. Apparently, that's a thing that to
Come here often.
Hey, baby, how are you?
Hey, baby.
Look, it's a postcard of Lemura.
What are these letters at the bottom? I've never seen these before.
It looks almost Arabic.
Yeah.
It must be her native tongue, Borginese.
God,
Or
if
actually,
if you do a Farsi accent, I would never be able to stop laughing.
Oh my god.
Well, you don't need it.
Irani. I don't even know how.
Landscape paint?
A landscape painter and sound.
No, don't worry about it,
that's-
Joyce. You're never
I
gonna
see.
get it.
No,
I
I'm
can't
not
even
because
nail it.
because I don't even know what it sounds like. I would have to listen to a lot of
Yeah.
Farsi accents to begin with. I don't even know what Farsi sounds like when you're speaking it, so I'm sorry. But you know what? That'll be worth the research. A landscape painter and sound. This is how it would translate, roughly. Also, we learned that she is not even Borginese.
Yeah.
Please, take one.
A landscape painter in sound. That's a nice image. That's a nice image.
Aha, added to the court records. And then you want to show her the brooch that you found.
I've missed Bad Boy Stubbs. Most people have. There was a bit of a hiatus for a couple of months, wasn't it? Yeah, I finished the
That
games.
was because we were playing Final Fantasy.
Right. That reminds me. Does this brooch look familiar to you?
Oh, my brooch, yes. Well, it may be mine.
Yours, Lemure?
I was wearing a brooch earlier, you see. I must have lost it.
well, that explains the brooch we found. It was Lemura's.
Thank you. I was wondering where I dropped it.
So this brooch belongs to her. That begs the question.
Is something wrong, Apollo?
What's this brooch doing at the crime scene?
Wasn't the crime scene her room, though?
Maybe.
Like,
Yeah, it was her room. But it's with her at all times. Why wasn't she wearing it, right?
oh, she had lost. Well, no, because she's like, oh, I thought I lost it. But it was in her own dressing room.
Yeah,
I
but
was like,
yeah,
it's
but
entirely
he's also,
possible
he's also
that she.
holding it. So why?
She wasn't holding. We found it on the floor.
Yes, but why?
Yeah, I was just like, I don't know.
It's
she
part
put
of her
it
whole
down.
getup. Like, why would it not be on her person?
Like, she could have put it down on a table and then got brushed off on the floor. And she's like, okay, shit, I can't find it. I gotta go and do my performance. I gotta go.
I don't think so.
Probably not, because this is Ace Attorney.
Because it's Ace Attorney. Anything
Because
else
this is Ace
present
Attorney.
here?
No, and then you're done. Now we go back to the backstage.
Checking the. Yeah, it's very, very Aladdin.
Yeah, it looks very...
It's like one font close to fucking Sanskrit or something. Papyrus. All right, back to let's navigate back to the
backstage. Aha!
here we
Perfect.
go.
There we go. July 8th.
Whoa, who's there now? Oh.
It's you. Where were you?
Oh, Emma. Is something wrong? She looks grumpier than usual.
Well, I told you to stay put and you moved. You bet something's wrong. The impossible's happened. It's all your fault, you know.
Oops, maybe this is about us leaving the crime scene?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you mean by impossible? Well, it's gone. Utterly gone. What's gone? The body, stupid. What else?
The body is gone?
Mr. Lotus's body has disappeared.
Spooky. Maybe this is a
What?
zombie. Hidden zombie game?
Suddenly. Yeah, see, it's like on the floor behind the couch. Anyways, not.
Oh, Prosecutor Gavin. From your vacant stare, I gather you've heard the news.
Which is even funnier now that we know that he's not German and he has a fake German accent. That makes our
Now I
bad
have to try
German
even less harder.
even better.
I heard Mr. Leduce's body has gone missing. Yourself.
That's so much
God,
better,
what the hell?
honest. Whoa, okay.
Quite the pickle. Quite the pickle.
How can you stand there? We have to start the investigation.
There's no need for alarm, Fraulein Detective. I'm gonna try to like make the worst German accent. All entrances and exits have been sealed. Body will not leave the building. So I suggest we go find ourselves a cadaver. There will be plenty of time to ponder the whys later.
Well, you seem pretty sure of yourself, Mr. Gavin.
Oh, we'll find him. We'll find him. I'm rather enjoying this. How could Mr. Letuse's body just disappear?
Well, you heard the man.
Tiger Lily was finally asleep and she had food and then fell asleep. Oh. I'm assuming that's your pet.
Tis a pet. Our boys will not bother us until we get quiet or mildly anxious.
I mean, that's about right. She has food and then she sleeps.
Yeah. It's either your wife or his dog. If you want to guess what Scully is, it time to guess wife or dog, Scully.
Oh.
Yes, she is my
Brooke
cat.
Banana.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get searching.
She just had major surgery.
Oh,
Aw, poor
honey.
muffin. Oh, Darian. Hey, I don't know if this is exactly the right time, but yes, Darian. Say, Gator's gone missing. Gator's gone missing. It was in the dressing room.
Geeter? Who's Geeter?
Guitar.
His guitar.
That's what I call my guitar. You like it, man? You like, man? Your guitar was stolen.
This hasn't been a good day for guitars or guitars. Guitars.
Okay. Okay. 41st Zen
Okay.
guitar. And if someone finds that guitar, please bring it to our dressing room. Gator's like a missing person, not lost and found, man.
All right, so now we go
Just
searching
Plays
for.
Army. Hello, yes, dude. How's it going? Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the Daring Player Squad stream again, friend. We are doing well, just trying to get through this investigation and through the trial so we can start doing some interesting stuff. Let's see here, disappearing act. It's been a day. Joyce and I had chiropractic appointments, and I finally had my first burrito in 3 months. So, so that was fun. Also, my haircut, for those of you who haven't seen it before, because I usually wear like my beanie, but my hair's all short now.
Yeah,
I know.
No one really gets to see your hair long, which is
Well,
just
yeah.
a bit of a shame.
I mean, my hair used to be super long, but it's too hot, so.
Well, this sure is a, what did he call it? A sausage? No, wait, it's a pickle. And it's your pickle. I'd rather not see your pickle. I told them to stay in the
It's
room.
more like an eggplant, but I don't really want to go into it. Like, it's thick. Like,
I don't want to know
I could billy club someone with it.
I don't want to know
it's a
anything
registered
about your
weapon.
sausage or your pickle or your eggplant. Okay, I'm into peaches. And it's your pickle.
Sorry, not much else I can say. Time for an examination.
That's all right. I'll pass. Top priority now is finding that body. You can make it up to me later. 10 bags or so of chocolate staccoos should do about the trick nicely.
You should watch your sugar intake, Emma.
You're not as young as you used to be.
So I should
you
just-
should suck my dick.
Why don't you? I'll suck your dick. That's my favorite line from that goddamn movie. It's so dumb. Where's the? What should I present it with anything or just leave?
No, you want to just go start searching for that body.
Yeah, the random body that may be somewhere. I blame the magician. He probably moved that body using spooky magic. It's only one other place it could be.
Mm-hmm. Does something seem different to you, Apollo?
Something is definitely different here.
Let's check it out. Examine.
Oh. It's an open case.
I'm not sure that's at all important at all, but let's check it out. Check out that thing in the middle of the stage.
The piano? What am I seeing missing here? This thing?
You know, the platform.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's been moved.
That's the stage where they must have been. That stage there must have been lowered before.
That's the tower that Lemire and Prosecutor Gavin were singing on.
Well, someone must have raised it. I don't see a way to control it here. Apollo, what about that ladder there against the wall? We could use that to take a look up to the top.
Maybe we should get Emma.
What are you talking about? We have to see this sort of thing for ourselves.
I'm not so good with heights.
Oh, stop whining and start climbing.
Ugh.
Are you really
well,
gonna
if
be
it's a step ladder, then okay.
Are you really gonna be bullied by a 12-year-old?
Yes.
History says yes.
It didn't look that high from below, really. But when we got to the top, I felt every one of those 20 feet down. Well, of course, I wasn't thinking about the height anymore. Not after what we found up there.
Ah!
We found two things we were looking for, and one thing we never expected to find. Oh, yeah.
Oh, dang.
Maki and the Zibolti was the guitar. The body, guitar in hand, and the pianist, Maki Tobaya. What's the pun on his name?
Oh yeah, that's what I was halfway looking through.
Tobaya?
Tobaya?
July 8th in the morning. Wow, that concert last night sure went south in a hurry.
Sorry, I just got real.
No kidding. What? Why did they arrest Maki? Why?
Don't look at me like it's my fault. Maki Tobaya, the blind pianist, arrested on suspicion of murdering Romain Latouche.
I can't believe such a cute little boy could do something so horrible.
I guess they had proof of some kind.
What proof could they possibly have?
Morning. Guten Tag. Prosecutor Gavin? What nice. What a Nacht, eh? I apologize for being so upset.
Mr. Gavin, do you know what's going on? Why did they arrest Maki? Why?
Don't look at him like it's his fault either. The stuff for me too. We performed together that night after all. Yet the powers that say that, given the circumstances.
The powers that be.
The powers that be say that, given the circumstances, it could only have been him. What do you mean by the circumstances? The mirror was invited from Borginian as ambassador of goodwill. Vital that this case be wrapped swiftly. That's all the powers that be want, really. Well, those are circumstances, all right. But what makes Maki the only possible suspect? Hair forehead. You seem to have forgotten that you're talking to the prosecution, the enemy. Oh, right. I think I like this side of Prosecutor Gavin better, actually.
I bet you.
I'm not at liberty to discuss the particulars of the case, especially not to the defense attorney. What did you say? Me? The defense attorney? That's what I came to tell you. He's down at the detention center. He wants to request your services. He? You mean Maki? Maki wants me?
This is what we've been waiting for, Apollo. Let's get going.
Right. Good luck. Good luck and good luck. I'm off to question Lemure. Right. Later. I hope I'm up to this.
Well, I just don't get it. I refuse to believe that a cute little kid like that could do something so horrible.
You said that already.
Maki, everything's gonna be okay. We're here to help for you. We're here for you.
Hi. Maybe you can tell me about last night?
Light bulb.
Light leaf,
horse.
scissors, squiggly,
First question and
squiggly
then
goat.
OTP.
Squiggly
OTP.
goat OTP.
OTL, sorry, OTL.
Huh?
Wavy light scissors. Arrow leaf.
A fish.
Fish deer
Fish
light.
sticks.
That was when I realized how tough it must be. A little kid like this. In a country so far from everything he's ever known. Squiggly goat.
Maybe Lemure can help?
But didn't Prosecutor Gavin say she was with him? Oh, here we go. Flashback. Good luck. Off the question, Lemure.
Well, what are we gonna do?
That's a good question. I can't think of anything we can do but go with this. And hope for the best at the trial tomorrow. Oh god, every time we just go into this.
You're always flying by the seat of your pants, so
Yeah, it's
really.
just like the last two cases we've had is just like you know nothing about your defense. You have go ahead. You're like, what? Yeah, let's save.
Maki Tobayu.
Oh wait.
Yeah. In Japanese is Tobayu.
Court is now in session for how do I say that? Maki Tobaye, Your Honor. The picture of the Apexio. Right, his trial. Court is in session. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is A-OK, Herr Judge. Very well, Prosecutor Gavin. My opening statement, yeah. No, actually, there was something else I wanted to ask you about. Yes? Say you're going to visit someone in the hospital with an incurable disease. What do you say to them? I mean, you wouldn't say get well soon, right? You'd only be kicking them when they're down. What are you talking about?
Is your Canadian brother okay?
Yeah. Actually, I'm going to visit someone who is terminally ill. Right after this trial, the Chief Justice's son. Oh. Who's the Chief Justice's son?
I don't know.
That's probably gonna bite us in the butt in the next one, I suppose. The Chief Justice? His son is afflicted with the most terrible disease. He doesn't have long, it seems.
Why are you gossiping about this?
It's probably gonna be
Relevant later?
in the next case, I think. So I thought I'd go pay him a visit. I thought saying something moving might be the order of the day.
Why don't grown-ups ever just say what's on their mind instead of pretending?
She's She's looking at me weirdly. Hey, what are you looking at me like that for? In any case, I'm a bit busy today, so let's wrap this up. Oh, come on, Judge. Prosecutor Gavin, your opening statements, briefly. You're in luck here, Judge. I believe you'll be going on a hospital visit sooner than you think.
Not if I have anything to say about it.
First, to review the victim in this case. Romain Latous, age 35. The global manager for Diva Songstress La Mirror. Its cause of death? Blood loss due to being shot by a large caliber revolver. This report has all the details. Which one of the people walking across the screen am I? Well, if you talk, your name will pop up. No, cat! Sorry, my cat ran across the keyboard. Yeah, so as soon as you chat, your name will pop up. So right now you're just a random mook as auto-assigned.
No, but she's been talking.
Oh yeah, it's right here. See?
Oh.
So afterwards you can then select it and it'll change. I haven't put any type of paywall behind them because they're all something.
Yeah, so there should be a little widget somewhere.
Inside the channel, or if you press yeah. The court accepts this into evidence. 45 caliber. That's quite large, isn't it? A direct hit from that could knock a man off his feet. Oh, it doesn't look like he was shot from the... I cannot see him. However, the bullet struck him in his shoulder. The damage to his body was slight. Death was not immediate.
Oof.
Sadly, his blood loss was such that he could not be saved. I suppose the victim's condition could have been much worse considering. 2 shots were fired. 1 shot missed, the other penetrated and passed through the victim's shoulder. Both bullets were found in the vault at the scene. Observe the diagram. Javier's a flirt, and it's hilarious. Yeah, he knows how to rock it. He is a rockstar prosecutor. Rockstar first prosecutor.
His English name comes from the Japanese one, presumably to sound foreign. It also might be a play on much to buy. Maki to buy.
Maki to buy. To buy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cute.
This is where the bullet is.
I know, Clavier is such a flirt. I love it.
The court accepts this evidence.
I mean,
If we're talking about
nice
a 45 caliber revolver, we must assume that the killer was adept at the weapon's use.
Really?
Yeah. Apparently weapons that size give a powerful kickback. Should know. My wiener. My eggplant. My eggplant. If, say, the judge tried to fire one, it'd break every bone in his body. The defense will take more care in choosing examples. As I was saying, the victim was shot backstage in a dressing room. His dressing room has only one entrance, this door. That does seem to be the case, yes. However, there were witnesses who heard the gunshots.
He's talking about you and Emma, huh?
Yet, when the witness enters the room, it was empty, save for the victim's body, of course. But that's impossible! God damn it! Exactly. This murder was impossible. For all but one person. One person? That is of course, the defense. The defendant! Maki. Oh, for a second there I thought he was going to accuse us. The defendant, Maki Tobae. Only this defendant could have committed the crime? But how? It's quite simple. The circumstances of the crime scene make it clear. Very well, I assume you have testimony to back up this claim. Let the witness please take the stand. Yes, I see you have our Raid Bear. Yay, Raid Bear. Enjoy it. Your name and profession, please.
Emma Sky. I'm a detective for the police department.
Oh, thanks for the
yeah.
bits. Much appreciated.
Bits.
All the bits.
Little bits. I was on security detail at the concert forum that night.
Emma seems tired somehow.
I had been awake for 16 hours straight.
Security at the concert,
Actually,
you
no,
say?
at this point, probably about 32 hours straight. Let's be real here.
Home security I was. Couldn't even stop a murder.
Now, don't blame yourself. Things like this happen. I've made even bigger mistakes in my career, you know, like sentencing thousands to their deaths because I need to go do errands. I'm sure that makes her feel much better.
I want to hear about these bigger mistakes.
In any case, because you were on security details, the crime was quickly discovered, and you were able to identify the killer. You may give the court your testimony if you would. Describe the circumstances of that day and your discovery of the crime. Please.
Of the climb. All right.
I don't think they have a CR sound, do they?
Huh?
Measurements? Yeah. Deutschland? No, Netherlands. The sound, yeah.
Clavier?
No, Clavier, but it's a silent R. Does the German have a hard R? Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Breik, like the Breik. Yeah. Actually, they have a very hard R. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Murder circumstances. The night of the murder, I was on security backstage at Prosecutor Gavin's request. Only people involved with the concert in some way were allowed backstage. At the beginning of the third set, I heard shots. I went into the room filled with blaring rock music and found the body.
And then took a shot out of his navel. Shots. It's like a completely
Everybody!
different scene. She heard that there were shots, and she took a shot off the body. Duh!
Uh-huh.
Only with the crazy.
I examined the scene and determined that only the defendant could have done it.
Breik has hard R's. Good, just making sure.
That doesn't...
Crime. It was lucky that the detective was the first on the scene.
But that door was the only way out of the room, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Also, hi, James.
How can they say that Maki did it?
Looks like we need a little bit more information. Very well, the defense may begin the cross-examination.
Press everything.
Press all the things.
So sad that we can't do a vocal hold it.
Yeah. Hold it! The night of the murder was the night of the concert, yes?
That's right.
What was the defective? What was the detective?
What was a defective detective doing at the scene? Wow, low blow there, Apollo.
You know what? I'm still sour that it's not our boy Dick Gumshoe. What was a detective doing on a security detail, might I ask? If it was only a concert.
My thoughts exactly. But orders are orders, even when they come from rock gods.
Prosecutor Gavin? Yes, allow me to explain. I smelled something that day, you might say. The stench of conspiracy. That day at the concert hall. Conspiracy?
I like how as much as she like clearly has some like animosity towards Clavier, she's like, yeah, I will respect the fact that he is a fucking rock god.
She's professional, yeah.
No, like as much as I hate him and I call him Glimmer's fop and make fun of him all the time. Yeah, he's a fucking.
Yeah, he's a
right.
superstar.
He's a fucking superstar.
Well, isn't it obvious? My keys. The whole morning. No, the whole day was ruined. And it's because someone stole my keys. I couldn't ride my hog to the show. I couldn't open my guitar case.
There he goes again.
Isn't it possible he simply misplaced them? Misplaced them? Misplaced items don't just wander into a murder victim's... misplaced items don't just wander into a murder victim's hand on their own. What is this? Prosecutor Gavin, if your keys were in the victim's hand, that makes you a prime suspect. Rabble, 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 rabble! Rabble in the chat. Rabble in the chat. Rock out in the chat. Rock out in the chat. Love, slow acting, and new. What is it?
Atroquinine?
Atroquinine is waiting for you.
He's singing something.
Does everything this guy have to be so over the top? The killing happened in the middle of my concert. I was like a sailor, adrift on a sea of sound. Anyway, I didn't want anything else stolen, so I put the detective with the most time on their hand on the mission. I see. I could accept that. I also don't think that this game suspends the rule of law by letting Clavier, who is too close to this case, be prosecuted.
Yeah, I know, right? Like there's no such thing as
the whole thing, the whole system.
The whole system is
dumb.
Whack.
Even Phoenix says so. It's like our system's broken. Like, and so we have to cheat to survive, right? We have to cheat to make sure people don't get put on death row.
But, yeah, there's no such thing as, what was it? Conflicting...
Conflict of interest.
Yeah, there's no such thing as conflicting interest in this world.
So I'm in the middle of a Kit Kat right now. It's the first chocolate I've had in a while. Oh god, that's good.
Oh,
My body, my ketosis body is just like, give it to me! Oh yeah, baby. Oh, baby. Hey, baby. Please, the testimony. We were let in, though.
I didn't know about that. I certainly didn't invite you.
I gave the Fraulein special permission to be there. I wanted to see her again.
Oh boy, did you hear that? We're officially involved now.
God, gee, great.
Some other hangers-on tried to get backstage, but I drove them off.
So, no other outsiders were there then?
And then...
No one then! I believe we were having a chat when we heard the shots.
You were the one chatting. I was eating snackoos.
Oh, hey! No snacking in court. And just shows the shots came from Lemieux's room. Yes, absolutely.
Hey, I'm the one being cross-examined here. Here, this will keep you quiet.
Katonk. Thanks.
I love...
So, wait, hold on. Actually, how much stuff do there? Oh, thanks. So, how much about Emma?
How about it? We were... Oh my god, I don't want it. No, we gotta get another snackoo out here. We were right there. Hard to be mistaken about that much.
Please, either talk or eat, not both at the same time.
Right. So after that, me and Mr. Lawyer there opened the dressing room door.
I love these props. So delicious.
Alright.
Rock?
Blaring, yes.
When you say rock, are you referring perhaps to this rock and roll music that's so popular these days?
Oh my god, Judge.
That's right, when we went into the dressing room. Music was blaring over the speaker on the wall.
They pipe the sound from the stage into the backstage through the speakers. That way, the people in the back can hear when they're supposed to be on stage.
Did it have to be so loud? You don't listen to the governors with your ears. You feel it with your entire body and soul.
I imagine him do a body roll when he says that.
You listen to your entire body and soul. There you go, Joyce. Let that fill your imagination. I always have the backstage monitors at full volume.
And when we walked into the room, the band was playing Guilty Love, I believe.
Guilty Love. I think a lot of the puns that'll come in here is referring to the police, like the band, the police, and I think a couple of other things.
Definitely.
So this Guilty Love might be Tainted Love.
Making it easier to determine the time of the crime.
If I could hear that music playing, then everyone on stage with that song has an alibi, including myself.
Anyway, I closed off the scene and started my investigation.
Press. Hold it! How could you know something like that?
As I said, it was clear from the circumstances. Listen, we know there was only one exit from the room, that door. The small window only opened a tiny crack, and I was standing in front of that door. So, how could the killer have fled the scene? There's only one possibility, the air vent.
But that air vent was too small. Who could possibly?
Exactly. There's certainly no way you could get through, nor me. The only one who could fit through was a child.
A child?
Remember, access to those rooms was limited. Only those involved with the concert were allowed.
And all the people involved with the concert. Only one is small enough to be considered a child. The defendant. The pixie of the arpeggio. Flitted up towards the sky and disappeared from the scene of the crime. Lancer's just like, I gotta get that body roll in there.
And clip.
But that's just conjecture. Oh, there was no other way out of that room. You was there, you should know, Herr Forehead.
And there was another vital piece of evidence.
Evidence? What?
Marks were found on the air vent grill. Traces that it had been recently opened.
Wait, what?
And something else was found quite clearly. The defendant, Maki Tobaya, what now?
Tobias fingerprints.
His fingerprints.
So it's just fast-paced.
Oh.
Fast-forwarding game for some reason. I apologize. I don't know why I'm doing that. Order! Damn. The air vent was the only way out of the room. The defendant's fingerprints were found on the grill. Well, Herr Forehead, what fairy tale does this suggest to you? Only one could have passed through the vent. That doorway to heaven. That one is our pixie.
Our stepladder to heaven, as it were.
Stepladder to heaven.
Why are you looking at me, Apollo? Hey, I was out whooping it up in the audience.
So this was so this was his decisive evidence. Quite decisive indeed. I believe that's enough of that. The prosecution has a rather convincing case. The only way in and out of that crime scene was watched, making the defendant the only one who could have possibly leave that scene. Simple and decisive. I believe we've heard enough to determine our verdict. Oh, come on, dude. Even if I wasn't in a hurry to make a hospital visit. I'm sure the Chief Justice will appreciate the gesture. Unfortunately, we have no direct witness. Fortunately, the crime left decisive evidence for us. The criminal, sorry. That will have to be enough. Can't be over already. Very well, I believe this trial is finished. If the defense has no contradicting evidence, the prosecution has presented our proof, clear and plain. If you have contradicting evidence, it's better be clear and plain.
Apollo, they've got us on the ropes already. We better come up with something quick.
I know. Think, what can get us out of this? We need evidence or a witness that can prove Maki is innocent beyond a doubt. Now that, Mr. Justice, do you have contradicting proof that can overturn the prosecution's case? If you do, you'd better tell us right now. This is it, and so soon. If I mess this one up, it's all over. The court wants contradicting proof.
Call a witness.
Call a witness?
Call a witness.
Yeah, you have to call Lemure, right? Prosecutor Gavin, you claim that there were no witnesses to this crime. Are you absolutely sure? Absolutely. I'd swear it on my career as a prosecutor. And on my million-seller hit song, Atro Quinine, My Love.
There he goes again.
That's too bad, because there was a witness. Oh ho! Really now? But how did you come to possess knowledge that the prosecution clearly does not? Because I'm the only one in the world who knows this. Oh. What's going on? I just talked to him now. He's alive. Mr. Latouche, can you hear me? Cold, so cold. Witness. You're cold? Don't worry, you're gonna be fine. Help is on the way. Can't see. Hang in there, Mr. Latouche. Tell me, who was the witness? Your witness is Siren. What? The victim said this before he died? Perhaps he did. Perhaps he did not. What do you mean by that? We all know what is it.
All we know.
All we know is what Herr Forehead says he knows. It's no testimony. It's especially since it comes from the defense attorney himself. But it's the truth! He said it! I even told you about it! But apparently you ignored me completely! It's my policy to fully investigate everything I deem relevant. Clearly this rookie lawyer thinks he can tell me how to do my job. That's enough. Mr. Justice, we need clear contradictory proof from you. This witness of yours, unknown to the prosecution. I hope you're right. Failure carries a stiff penalty. Perhaps a stiffer penalty than usual is called for. Oh, there's no backing out now. Let's hear the name of your witness, Mr. Justice. Yeah, Lemure.
Yes. It's Meekins!
Meekins! Lemure. Recall Mr. Latus's last words. The witness is siren. The siren? Aha! That means the siren! That's right, the siren of the ballad, the Mirror.
Romain Latus.
Yeah, Romain Latus,
Yeah.
The Mirror was on stage for this. Sorry, the Mirror was only on stage for the second set, and she had access to the backstage area. She could have been a witness. I see. Well, Prosecutor Gavin, my claim still stands. There was no witness to the crime. Very well. Let's hear it from the horse's mouth then, shall we?
Wow, damn, you just called her a horse.
We will now take a break from Detective Emma Sky's cross-examination. Please show Lemure to the witness stand. Lemure would say nothing the night of the murder. Not today, though. Today we'll drag that story out of her, no matter what it is. It is my distinct honor to welcome the siren of the ballad to our courtroom.
You are too kind.
Oh, you can speak English?
Yes. Yes, I can. Oh, right. This is where she's putting on an accent. Though I am not very good. There is much I do not know.
Speak so well. Have you spent time here before?
Really, I do not know how I came by my knowledge of your language, nor where I studied it.
She has insomnia? Or not insomnia, what's it called? She says her memories are...
Amnesia.
Thank you, amnesia.
Yes.
Insomnia. She has insomnia? No, I have insomnia. I don't want to sleep, can't sleep, clown will eat me. Amnesia? Yeah. What does she mean she doesn't know? I too thought to call her a witness, but I did not. I had a reason, of course. What's that? The Mirror suffers from amnesia. There we go. Amnesia?
Lemure is not my true name. Yet I remember nothing of the time before I was given it. Nothing of the time before I started singing on stage.
Whoa, she's even more mysterious than I thought!
She's so mysterious, she's mysterious to herself. As lauded singer Lemure, she lives a good life. There are little difficulties for her, thanks to her success. Yet I did not wish to subject her to unnecessary stress. I see. I care surprisingly little about people's pasts. You have nothing to fear in this court, Lemure.
Thank you. But there is something I do not understand. I'm being called as a witness. What might I say? No one will tell me anything of what happened.
Lemure, let me be frank. I did not want to ask you up here to testify. Yet your young gentleman with the wide forehead over there was adamant that you stand.
Oh my.
Congratulations, Apollo, you're the bad guy.
Oh. Well, now that you're here, please give us your testimony. If nothing else, the sound of your voice is welcome. Tell us what you saw the night of the crime.
What I saw. As for what I saw nothing. That night I was invited to sing on stage, and this I did. I did not return backstage after the second set. Then I was led by the police to Mr. Gavin's dressing room and told to wait there. That was where I learned that something had happened, but I wasn't told the details.
It was Meekins! I must say, you sound wonderful just testifying. I hope he was too distracted to hear what she was actually saying.
Hmm.
There you have it. She saw nothing that night. Now we can only pray that the defense has the sense to admit defeat and refrain from detaining her much longer than need be.
Wow, you just got better, Apollo. Way to go.
Ah. Very well, Mr. Justice.
Trucy,
Keep it
whose
short
side
and
are
sweet.
you on?
Mira wouldn't talk to me the night of the crime. She must know something, and I've got to figure out what. Did you do it? The middle of a conversation, it's just like that's what. Did you do it?
You want to present the brooch on the third statement.
Yeah, and do not return backstage. Obviously, that's a lie because we found the brooch. Found the brooch in the dressing room. I'm sorry, Lemura, but I'm having trouble believing you. You remember this brooch, do you not? Why, that's Lemura's. She was wearing it for her song. Care to add that to the testimony, Prosecutor Gavin? What? This brooch was found after the murder took place. At the very scene of the crime. What? Lemure, how did your brooch get backstage if you did not go there yourself? And as for Prosecutor Gavin has just told us, you had been wearing it during your performance that night.
No.
Flips up to make an exclamation mark.
I know that.
What is the meaning of this? Lemure, please explain. Lemure?
There's something eyeball, something squiggly goat.
She says English is quite difficult. That trick's not gonna work here.
OTL eyeball goat squiggly something horse.
Your forehead may be large, but you are a lawyer, truly. But you have missed one important fact. What now?
Goat person.
Goat
person
person,
and
antlers, fish,
fish eyeball.
Kamehameha.
Light bulb.
You know, this Kamehameha, the end characters going like, ah, Kamehameha. Squiggly goat Kamehameha.
Squiggly goat OTL.
In fact, at the time of the incident, I went backstage, but only for a moment. What?
Eyeball fish and fern OTL. Kamehameha.
Think back to the moment of the crime. You know whereof I speak.
Oh.
Is she really saying all that?
What's she talking about, Apollo?
Right when the incident. No! Is she talking about that?
Actually, you know what? That also puts like if Deutsch Weeb Clavier could understand her Borginese, it must be a similar root language.
Big dick. Big justice? Big dick justice? Oh, button.
Watch this room for me. I have to call for backup.
Right, understood. You want me to make sure no one comes in, right?
And then you fucked it up by leaving.
Hey, this is my flashback. Mr. Latouche, can you hear me? Cold, so cold. Weakness. You're cold. Don't worry, you're gonna be fine. Help is on the way. Witness. Is a siren. Siren? How can a siren witness anything? Yikes! Emma? What was that? Who's there?
What's wrong?
Emma, did you see anyone just now?
Huh? No.
I could have sworn I heard a door close.
I looked into the room. Just a glance, mind you.
Well, this is when your brooch dropped. That explains that.
It does. There was no other time I could have dropped it.
That's ridiculous. You only looked in for an instant, but you dropped your brooch? Shut your whole mouth. Hair forehead. Just raise the possibility. The only thing that can count as that is evidence. So she looked at the crime scene.
Actually, I intended to go into the dressing room. I knew nothing of what had happened, of course. But the moment I opened the door, I heard a horrible voice.
Her forehead shouting, "Who's there?" No doubt. A horrible voice indeed. Oh.
I closed the door immediately.
Well, that explains the brooch. Let's return to your testimony. That's too convenient. She's hiding something. Well, Mirror, you did look into that room, though, right?
Yes,
Testify as to what you saw.
very well. Though it was only the briefest of glimpses. When my performance was finished, I went backstage for just a moment. I saw nothing. The late Mr. Latusse's body was behind a wall.
How does she know that? Impressive, Cruz. A wall? There was a wall there?
Arrowhead light bulb goldfish. What is in English?
A division of partition, I believe.
There was
It was a large dressing room, divided into two halves. Murder took place in the inside half. Guess that partition may have hidden the body.
So we learned that Arrowhead something light bulb fish is
A division.
When I was led into the what now? Something.
It's the same thing.
Okay. So you want to perceive that curious statement.
Yeah, that was
instead.
behind a wall. Yeah, it's also glowing. You can see it glow when it starts to.
Is it?
Yeah, it's glowing.
No, it glows on everything.
Oh no, I mean like it started glowing during this testimony, if I remember correctly. So what are we looking for here? We're looking for a tick.
Yeah, we're looking for a tick. Nothing. Oh, she's swallowing.
Yeah, I think it's. But I have to get it right when she does it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
There it is.
Gotcha!
Gotcha! The late Mr. Latusse's body, you say?
Yes.
You know something more about Mr. Latusse's death than you're saying.
What?
I could see you trying not to remember, but the effort you made made you swallow. You can't fool my eyes.
It is true. It was all so terrible after all. Why did Mr. Latouche have to be shot?
One moment, Lemure.
Yes?
What was it that you just said? Why did Mr. Latouche have to be shot?
Yes?
She was hiding something. I knew it. Lemure, I'm afraid you haven't realized it, but your words just now contradict your testimony.
Eh? Eh? How could that be?
Take this. Take this! Lemire contradicted her own testimony, and I have the evidence to prove it.
Investigation request?
Investigation request.
We haven't even seen that for ourselves.
Oh yeah, information concerning blah blah blah. Investigation request to ensure the efficiency and secrecy of investigation.
Oh, yeah,
right.
don't
The bear
speak to
has hereby ordered a non-disclosure agreement. So, no one
should have known that he was shot.
except for the people who were involved in the investigation, and yet
Yeah.
she knows.
Take that!
Tell me, Lemure, how do you know that he had been shot?
Aside from the fact that it came from a .45 caliber and it was a really loud bang.
Well, she was lying since she didn't know, right?
Yeah, that's true.
She might have heard it from somebody. So this is backing her into a corner, right?
Well,
Immediately following the incident, a gag order was placed on the scene. This is the document proving that. In your testimony, you told the court, no one told me anything about the incident. Furthermore, you testified that you had seen nothing. Yet, you knew that Mr. Latouche had been shot. How could you have known?
I could have found out afterwards. Yuck!
York!
York!
Yay! Babushkas. Muro, you aren't hiding something from this court, I hope. That sweet song of hers was sounding a little too sweet.
Now I remember. Please, allow me to add to my testimony.
Of course. All we want to know is the truth.
He looks kind of pale, huh?
She saw something, I know it. And the victim said so.
I saw bullet holes in the wall, and you, Mr. Latus, had been shot.
That's a lie, because if I present the... Okay, so if I do a quick presentation, just to... If I take a looky-loo at the diagram, she couldn't have seen those. Because if she walked in, saw the crime, and walked out...
Behind.
Yeah, the door would have blocked it. So this is the end.
This is straight up, yeah.
It's straight up, you're lying. You're lying! Why are you lying to me? Lies are hardly becoming of such a creature. A put down worthy of a prosecutor. A put down worthy of our prosecutor, Mr. Justice.
Such put-downs are hardly becoming of you, Popolo.
She's a bad liar. Yeah, it's because she's lying. Stop polishing your forehead and start polishing your character, yeah?
Or,
Come
polishing.
on, can't I be cool for once? Observe the diagram. Mirror, you looked from the door for just a moment, correct?
Yes, that is so.
There were bullet holes in the room, yes. But they were in the wall the door is on.
Eh?
You see? Assuming you were merely glancing into the room, you couldn't have seen those bullet holes.
Yark!
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 I don't know what kind of exclamation
I don't
that is.
know. But it is the one that she makes.
Lamiro. I'm afraid the defense has raised a good point.
Under the mask, she's a robot. Take it off!
Yeah. It appears that you have been holding back something.
And I must tell you what it is I saw.
Yes. The happenings in this trial are being recorded, and I am certain it will be on the news in Borginian. You understand your reputation is at stake. It falls on you to avoid tarnishing it. Personally speaking, I still believe that cross-examining her will yield us absolutely nothing. Jiffy under the mask. Yeah, hey Jiff. Jiffy? What's up, nerds? But she knew how Mr. Latus died, and he named her as a witness. There must have been... Oh, sorry. You must have seen something, Lemure. Very well. Lemure, please continue your testimony.
Very well, I shall. What I saw, part 2.
What I saw too. Additionally, I think it's the play on words.
I was on my way from the stage to the backstage exit. There was something like a little window there. That's how I saw it. There were 2 shots. I couldn't do anything to stop it. But it wasn't Maki. It was a grown person. I know it was. I love Lamiro so much.
She's so...
You will love her more.
She's so mysterious.
You will love her more.
She's so mysterious. I love it. So you did witness the crime, and the killer was a grown person, you say? Ugh. This is my first time hearing this, I assure you. Nice play, fair forehead. Very well, Mr. Justice. Yeah. You may begin your cross-examination.
Great going, Apollo. You are right about him, Lemure.
Does the judge blink? Yes, when he shakes his head.
He does, eventually. He does, eventually, but it's definitely a 1,000-yard stare.
What's wrong? You don't look too happy.
The whole thing smells fishy. That's what's wrong.
A grown man, eh? Press on that statement.
Hold it!
It certainly looks like the judge doesn't blink. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he's a robot. A grown person. That's a little vague.
I am sorry. I am sorry.
I
am sorry. My skills with your language is lacking, I know.
Certainly, you could have at least see whether the shooter was a male or female. I do not assume people's genders, thank you, Judge.
It was a man. A young man.
It's kind of... Okay, I don't know if you remember Mad TV, but there's a Miss Swan character, and she's like a Chinese character that has very little... Like, she's usually like... She has very little English, and like, every time she describes a person or a man, she goes, "Oh, he looking like a man. He looking like a man."
A young man.
oh, like, okay, so what does he look like? Oh, he look like a man. It's just like, you're not helping me here. He look like, oh, no. Like, no, he looking like a man. Oh. This reminds me of this right now.
I tell you everything.
He looking like a man. And you're sure of that?
Yes, his voice was quite clear.
Voice? Looking at this diagram, it seems the dressing room was quite cluttered. It does seem likely that you wouldn't have had a clear view of the shoe.
As a singer, I rely on my ears more than my eyes. When I hear a voice, I do not forget it. That voice was the voice of a man.
He had a voice of a man. He had a voice of a man. I'd say prepare, but you guys have seen me skilled lively over everything in this game, so no worries. I love the characters in these stories. I love Godot and Diego. Those are my favorites. Phoenix is always. I like Phoenix over Apollo. What can I say?
I know. Me too. Like I love.
Even Hobo Hodo is.
I love Hobo Hodo. He is my favorite iteration of Phoenix. Okay.
When I saw Apollo Justice and I saw Hobo Hodo, I'm like, Phoenix, what happened to you?
I am all about that scruffy Hodo.
What am I drinking? I'm just drinking
Just water.
Just water.
Oh, you want to show the?
Oh, my custom water bottle. Yeah, it's my custom water bottle. Now we're selling them now at our store.
Also, just my regular water bottle.
Also, I'm joking. Like we don't have merchandise. This was a gift from Groknar, one of our followers and a personal friend of mine.
That was one.
You guys have merch? No. I wish, but no, we don't have.
Yes, where is our DPS merch?
You know what? Let's see here. If we hit 1,000, we'll start making merch. How about that? I promise you, I will go into start making merch.
I was gonna buy something immediately too.
Yeah, if we hit 1,000 followers, I promise you right now, I will start making merch.
So that's what it is. Get us more followers. Get us to 1,000.
Well, if it doesn't go to enough people, it's just really hard to make it. You know what I mean?
I mean, you can always do those.
Teesprings situations. Like
yeah.
the more people buy, the cheaper it becomes.
It's the one where it's like the merchandise is made only when it's ordered. The only thing
when you hit the.
And instead of creating a stock and then buying it, I forgot what it's made to order. Sorry.
Made to order.
Like you can do like made to orders, like Teespring, but it just drives the price up because.
Yeah, I guess if we, I put 1,000 followers in there, like just because. I guess that's how many people we would need. Even at if 10% of those 1,000 people followed, we have 100 people. Like 1,000, 10% of 1,000 is what? 100.
100.
Yeah, so if 100 people were interested.
So if you have the idea is that if you have 1,000 followers, you'll have maybe 10% that actually engage, and then of the people who you engage, only maybe 10% of them.
So this is my brain. This is how my brain
things.
works since I've worked with conventions and having to deal with merchandise and stuff. Like this is the basic math that I do. Is it worth it? Quick math. No, it's not worth it. No offense. I'd love to give you all free swag that was DPS themed, but I would like to have one of these beanies with the DPS sigil on it. Maybe a new one. Although I kind of want to keep our old one, or one that's right now, because of Assassin's Creed. It's very Nordic, and so very Assassin's Creed. Since Assassin's Creed Ragnarok is coming, yeah, it should be really good. I would buy a shirt and it should have some stickers. Yeah. I'll think about it.
I mean, that would be cute.
I'd like to have stickers of some fun emotes. I always wanted my emote to have a thumbs up with the glass. Yeah.
One day.
Yeah. And Joyce's be the surprise.
Help me.
Yeah. So you heard a voice, but wait. Must that have been the victim, Mr. Lotus?
Absolutely not. I did not just say. Did I not just say that I do not forget a voice? If it was Mr. Lotus who spoke, I would have known.
Indeed. So you were at the window. When you heard the shooter's voice.
Ooh, limited
the
print
voice
cheese for Christmas or
of
something.
a young man.
Apollo, this is a good testimony. That's a Korean movie about zombies. Oh, is that the one with like the period drama with zombies?
Oh, Rampant. No.
No.
That's what you're thinking. Kingdom.
Yeah.
Rampant. I think I saw it. Is it on Netflix? I know there's a few zombie movies that are out. One's a Spanish one called Real TZ or something. That one I haven't watched yet.
That proves it wasn't Maki.
Indeed. If this turns out to be true, it would cast this case in a considerably different light. What is the defense's opinion of this testimony?
It is contradictory.
Yeah, because if you only heard the voice, what up with the shots, right? Oh, she couldn't have heard it because of the rock music, right?
No, if it was a grown ass man, he couldn't have gotten away.
That's true. Okay, you're right. Though it pains me to say this, there's something about Lemire's testimony that rings false. Can I donate to receive DPS Christmas cards? Oh, please. You know what? Like, well yeah. It's Christmas is such a long ways away. Like, just tweet at us and message us on the Discord. You're all there, and just be like, hey, let's do this, let's do that, and it'll coax us to do something.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, a limited prints could be possible because they're cheap enough to do it by hand. Like if we just made
honestly, Christmas postcards
Yeah,
or some
we can do
shit.
it. We
That
can
would
do
be kind of cute. That would be cute.
Yeah. Just post it on the Discord, mostly so that we can remember it somewhere where it isn't going to be wiped away after a while. And then limited prints and stuff, we can figure it out. You got us all excited? That'd be cute. Yeah, just do it. Do it. Remind us. Put it in the chat. Put it in the Discord.
We're all terrible at self promotion here.
Yeah, like
that's on brand.
Yeah, we're not here to, ironically, not here to become big. We came here to have fun with friends and make more friends, so to speak.
Yeah.
And get through our giant Steam list.
Which now includes Persona 5.
Which now Persona 4 and Persona 5 is now possibly in the mix now, thanks to Brendan. Thank you very much. Have it signed by the squad. Yeah. You mean a lot to us all.
Thank
I'm glad we make you happy. I mean, that's what we're here for. Just having fun, funning out, making bad boy stops. Bravo, forehead.
And a lot of
You're
screaming.
colder than I thought. Dot. Yeah.
Dot.
TH is dot.
Dot.
Dot. I'm sure you remember. I'm sure you remember what the problem is as well as I do, Gavin. As has been established, no grown man could have passed through the air vent. He couldn't have fled the scene of the crime.
But that means Lemura has to be lying.
I know, and I know it's bad for our case, but I can't shut my eyes to this. Believe me, the idea was tempting. It's as Herr Forehead says. Yet, this is not the only contradiction within her testimony.
I look forward to my weekly Canadian education sessions.
What next? What's he talking about? The mirror. I understand why you would want to protect Maki. Yet remember, you are the siren of the ballot, and lies do not become such a creature. What does the prosecution mean?
Paulo, what is he talking about?
How come no one bats an eye when he says stuff like that? I recall the state of the crime scene quite well. The state of the room? Yes, and when the murder took place. That window was closed. I find it hard to believe that you could hear a voice through it.
What? But I'm sure.
Amir, I have nothing but the highest regard for your musical sense. But my opinion of you as a witness is somewhat lesser.
Objection!
But she's the only eyewitness we have.
Objection!
So you say. The victim named her as the siren as the witness. That's right. That's what Mr. Toulouse. We heard your claim. We even entertained the possibility, and it brought us to this. Herr Judge. Yes. The prosecution requests that the witness be excused. Oh, hold on. I can actually do that myself. Put my fist against the wall.
Ah! Meanwhile, trying to knit a blanket was a mistake. Oh no.
Please. I'm afraid I must honor the prosecution's request. There is indeed a question of the witness's credibility. But if Mirror can't testify...
It is very big. Yes, yes. Blankets generally are big. Then we don't have a chance of proving Maki's innocence.
This cross-examination is over. Prosecutor Gavin, you may continue making your case.
But Gillian makes a good point. Blankets are perfect for snuggles. Do it for the snuggles.
Danke. Now where were we? Ah yes, I would like to hear from Fraulein Detective again.
Objection!
The DPS quilt. Wait, let me hear the mirror's testimony one last time. But the cross-examination is already over. Until such a time as a need arises, this witness may leave the stand.
I'm sorry I could not be of more assistance.
Tiger Lily need breading. I wasn't making
bread
air.
needing about air
Yeah.
biscuits.
We have a particular blanket, 2 particular blankets they like to make air biscuits with. One is a sheep wool, the pig sheep wool one. It's not real sheep wool,
Yeah.
but it's simulated sheep wool. And the other one is the polyester.
They're extra fluffy.
They're
and
extra
that's
fluffy, and yeah. Blankets and required me to cast on 200 stitches. Yikes! Yikes!
Ooh.
Sounds like a tough.
At this point, what was it? Crocheting might have been easier than knitting.
Hey, you live and learn.
Yeah, very easy
At
to
last,
lose
back
track.
to the real trial. Ready, hair forehead? I hope I didn't just miss my only chance. Fraulein Detective, how far had we gotten until we were so rudely interrupted?
Don't ask me.
Well, but it's my nerd fam. Hey, man!
Hey, hello, Nerd Fam.
I dislike saying the same thing twice. I never repeat a song for an encore. If you would, Miss Sky.
I believe I was saying that the only way Mr. Latus's killer could have been
Could have escaped.
was through that air vent on the ceiling.
Ah, yes, there was only one door in the room. And the witness, you. And the witness, you, was standing in front of it.
That air vent isn't very big, see? Kind of limits the people that could possibly get through.
I certainly would have a difficult time.
You sure would. Not that you would have ever been there in the first place, though. Remember, the whole backstage area was off limits to people not involved with the concert. The only one who meets the conditions for our killer is the defendant.
A virtuoso performance. I couldn't have put it better myself. She does state a clear case. Though reading the report, something caught my eye. Oh, what's that? The circumstances of the defendant's arrest. The circumstances? Again.
Hey, that's right, Apollo!
1 Discord, 2 Discord. Well, all the Discord invites go to the same Discord, so. What is up? Say hi to the Just Blaze army.
Yeah.
That's right, Apollo.
Lays it.
It's not working. Oh my goodness, I think we might have to replace it.
What if you go DPS links?
Yeah, if you go to the DPS links, that might work.
Because there's 100% possibility that,
The other one may have expired. Yeah, try this Discord link.
Yes, try that.
No, it's the same one.
It's the same one?
Okay, I'm gonna have to update.
Oh, no.
Give me a half tick here. I will give it to you right now.
Right now. Remember when we found
Zavari!
That was bizarre. Zavari! What?
Gonna smush it on. She's got some muck on her
While you do that, I'm gonna go get myself some more berries.
face. Boris.
Birds.
Choto a minute. Ah, okay, never mind. Some
Choto
guys got
a
it.
minute.
Thank you.
Hey!
Hames.
Good old bot
Oh,
updates.
Joyce, before we do
What?
it. She's right. Oh, never mind. This is not a flashback.
That's not a flashback.
False alarm. Joyce, you're fine.
False alarm. How
Why
dare
did Mr. Latus's body disappear from the room
Well, maybe it would if you stayed put.
and end up on the top of that stage tower? Trucy! Holding a guitar, no less. Perceptive observation. A perceptive observation, Herr Judge. Thanks. It was kind of an accident, really. But you work in this job. But you work in this job long enough. You get a nose for these things. Judge sure seems pleased with himself. Very good, Fraulein Detective. Perhaps you can tie it all together for us. Hashtag. What's this hashtag all about? Let's see here. Crap, probably need to update my bot. Yeah, all the bots need to be updated. I don't know why. I think someone must have switched the invite code, and so it's made it unavailable. Yeah, so that link isn't available.
How do you? I don't know how to do
It
it.
should.
Would you be able to?
All you have to do is just like go to a channel, like usually the general channel. Then and then just hit create invite. It should pop up automatically. As long as you say edit invite, grant temporary membership, expires after never. Temporary, just members are, nope, just not temporary. Boom, boom, boom. Generate a new link. So I made a brand new one, and that should be eternal. Should never stop unless someone resets it again.
We may have to one more time. When
We'll
we
figure it out.
copy it in.
Yeah, if it doesn't happen, we'll figure it out before the end of this. Before we end stream. How about that?
Here's a formal request for a 2020 DPS Christmas
Yeah.
card. Now you can never say that we didn't see it.
Why was the body moved? And how does that lead us to the killer? To the killer.
The missing body. I believe Maki stole the body because of some lyrics. He moved the body to match Lemura's song. No one in the country had motive to kill the victim, and Maki practically left his signature at the scene.
That's interesting.
All of this evidence clearly points to the defendant.
First of all,
Also-
Maki's a child, and he is trying to carry a 200 plus 6 foot tall man.
Yeah. Like
A 6'2" bear, if you will.
That's like me trying to carry you. That
Yeah.
ain't happening.
Over that much distance without, like, alerting anybody. Lemura's song. Yes, the guitar Serenade. You noticed its code too, did you not? Its code? All the events that day followed the lyrics to our song.
I'm in.
I'm in
Nice.
the system. First, the keys in my heart held on so tightly were stolen. Then Prosecutor Gavin's guitar burst into flames on stage. Mr. Latusse's life was taken by a bullet. This hardly needs explanation. Guitar, up together to the sky. That's Maya. It's like a story out of some fairy tale. Grab on the chord. I admit I'd forgotten about the song. But there it is now, waiting for me. The grand finale, as it were.
Hey, you know, I was the one who noticed that first.
I've heard of jumping ropes. I've heard of jumping rope to songs and counting to songs, but killing? It's a wild world out there, Judge. Head Judge. Very well. We've heard one song and dance. Let's get on to the next. The cross-examination. I'm not so sure I'm going to do much singing. I just realized Apollo's hair reminds me of All Might. Yeah, the All Might.
Or rather, All Might's hair reminds you of Apollo.
Yeah, Apollo came first. Hashtag Apollo came first.
Oh, I bet he did.
Yeah, I don't know, it's kind of hard. A lot of people are a little bit scared of my eggplant-sized giant wanger.
Press on the Maki signature at the scene.
Yeah, that one didn't make any
Like,
sense.
what signature?
What signature? Like, it's very vague.
Hold it!
What do you mean by a signature?
From the bullet holes in the wall, of course.
Yes. Everything is alright because... Everything is alright! Because I'm here!
The revolver was fired twice.
Big up.
One shot missed and left a hole in the wall.
And that means what exactly?
That dressing room isn't exactly spacious. Picture the shooter facing off with the victim in there. They can't have been more than 5 feet apart. It would have been difficult, almost impossible to miss at that range.
Difficult to miss, you say?
Very. Assuming the shooter could properly aim.
No! You can't be serious!
Maki, you can't see. And that's why he missed? It's the only explanation that makes sense. He used sound and other senses to fire the gun. Poorly.
That reminds me, the monitor in that room was blaring at the time, yeah? Hardly ideal conditions for tracking by sound. A blind shooter. No wonder he missed. Knew those bullet holes would come back to haunt me. Big Justice, what do I do now?
Raise an objection.
Always object.
Always object.
Sure, there were bullet holes left in the wall. But that doesn't prove the shooter couldn't see. Oh, how so? Well, it could have been a struggle with the victim. That's certainly possible. And it might have been the revolver's fault. The revolver? The revolver was a very large caliber, correct? If the shooter wasn't used to firing such a large weapon, why, I could dislocate their shoulder.
At which point, how is Maki's shoulder okay?
Yeah, how is he physically okay for firing the gun? Yeah.
Twice.
Exactly. The defendant Maki Tobaya, the defendant Maki Tobaya is, as you can see, tiny. It's not so hard to picture him firing the gun and missing entirely. The kickback alone would have thrown off his aim. Wait a second. I just implicated a convincing argument to be sure. Haha, take that, smug prosecution.
Apollo?
Huh, what?
That bit about Maki being tiny? And the gun throwing off his aim? Aren't you kind of, admitting that he did it?
Oh, God, Apollo. Oh. It does not matter why he missed. It matters that the shooter, without a doubt, was the defendant. Even the defense seems to agree on that point. Cripes, I really put my foot in my mouth I really put my foot in it this time. But let's get the facts straight on the matter on the record. If you would, Fraulein Detective. If you would, Fraulein Detective. Very well, the witness will add this to her testimony.
Right. From the state of the crime scene, I conclude the shooter was blind.
Present the crime scene photo.
Shooter was blind, but then why did he?
Objection!
The prosecution holds that the shooter couldn't see.
A scientific conclusion based on a thorough examination of the crime scene. Yes.
Apparently not thorough enough. I have a certain piece of evidence that completely overturns your claim. Right, someone smudged out the writing.
Yeah. What?
This is that evidence! The photograph of the crime scene. I don't care much for the smirk on Prosecutor Gavin's face. But this is no time to think twice. Time to press on. Yes, Your Honor. The crime scene. There's something in here that decisively contradicts the prosecution's point. Perhaps you'd best show us this something. Get your finger out of the breeze and put it to good use, yeah? Very well. Show us what you're talking about, Mr. Justice. The contradiction at the scene of the crime is, someone wiped the name that he's trying to draw, and if he was blind, how could he have noticed? If he killed someone, it'd be with his hair. Just gore them. The contradiction is right here.
The smeared bloodstains.
I thought it was just my blurry vision, but it really was blurry. The way the victim's hand is raised above his head, much like a gesture I have seen many times in court.
It's almost as if he wrote something.
This is kind of a throwback to the original trilogy, where a lot of people started drawing blood on things, like Mia Fey. Who else started drawing in blood? I know a bunch of, even Emma, right? Emma's sister.
Lana.
In that case, there was also someone drawing someone's name in blood.
Meg's first boyfriend.
I get it! At least, I think I get it.
Get what, Fraulein?
When Mr. Latus was shot, he tried to write something. And what would he write but the shooter's name? And what would he write it in but his own blood? Pretty good, huh?
Thanks for making my point for me. Yes, in fact, that's what I think happened here. That does seem to be a distinct possibility.
The victim wrote the killer's name. It's certainly a logical conclusion.
This is funny.
Tret, I just wish it wasn't all rubbed out like that.
Of course it's rubbed out. Why, if I were a killer, I certainly wouldn't want to leave my own name behind. Look at this slow blink. The judge's slow blink. He's like, stop. Like, what happened, Judge? Well, I was in the middle of a blink and then I got bored.
I got bored.
Then I got bored. He's a Fudai. No one has anything else to say? About what? So the prosecution accepts this. You agree this was the victim attempting to... You agree this was the victim making an attempt to
Record
the name of the killer. And that the killer tried to rub the name out.
What's your point?
What's my point? Let me ask you this. How does the killer know the victim was writing their name?
Well, Mr. Latouche was writing something in blood. Once the killer saw what it was... Wait.
Once he saw what it was. But what did you just testify about the shooter?
I said they were blind. Ah!
Yet the crime scene itself contradicts that. The killer had to have been able to see. Why would they rub out the name in blood otherwise? May I remind the court that the defendant, Maki Tobaye, is blind. He couldn't have been the shooter.
Impossible!
Just honks like a... Order! Prosecutor Gavin, please explain to me what all this means. I mean, looking at this photo,
Oh my god.
it seems quite clear that the shooter could see. Yet up until now, I seem to owe the court an apology. The governors are banned with law enforcement ties, yet murder occurred. During our concert, apparently this caused some confusion over jurisdiction. As a result, some reports were not filed in an entirely timely manner. Hello, Undead! Welcome.
Greetings!
I'm not sure I like the vibe I'm getting here.
Hey, Apollo, look at him. Why is Prosecutor Gavin all relaxed and smiling like that? Like he knows something we don't. He's about to tell us.
I've got an idea.
Who's this
Let's rock!
little hot blonde prosecutor? Oh, this is Clavion Gavin, and he is very
a German weeb.
and he is very much a rock star. He has a band.
Called the Gaviners.
Yes, he is a prosecutor by day and rock star by night.
Yeah. With these documents, but before that, I have a question for the Fraulein detective. If I may.
What?
Tell me, why do you think that Matsutobaye is blind?
Huh?
What did he say?
What are you saying? Of course he's blind.
Of course.
He's the blind pianist, right? So he's... Doesn't Lemire lead him around by the hand all the time?
No way. I have a report here on the defendant, Maki Tobaye. According to this, Maki Tobaye can see perfectly well.
What?
His blindness was merely a publicity ploy by those clever Borginians. He can see quite well.
Objection!
But you said... What did I say exactly? Hair forehead. Not once in the course of this trial have I claimed that the defendant was blind. The only one who did was Fraulein Detective. But that's a significant fact, yes. Consider Machi Tobaye sees. And he was the only one who could have fled through the... I can't pronounce that properly. Fled through the vent.
Hair forehead. I know, right?
I see no problems with this.
But what about the bullet holes in the wall?
Yes, the bullet holes. I believe Herr Forehead neatly explained those for us. He didn't miss because he couldn't see. It was the kickback from the 45 caliber revolver. A simple accident in other words.
Shit.
How's that? I'm afraid your objection has just blown off for brighter skies. This is where the real fun begins, Hair Forehead. Ah! I love
His hair are like drooping.
I knew you didn't have what it took.
You jerk! You glimmerous fop! Just what was I in here? Comic relief? Yeah, apologize!
She is the new gumshoe.
Yeah, true.
Oh, sorry.
That's no way to apologize!
He's angered the Trucy now.
The Trucy now.
The Trucy now. Look out. Oh, hell. If you could please end this bickering. If you could please end the bickering now.
It's Phoenix's daughter.
It's Phoenix's daughter.
Yeah, Phoenix's daughter. But yes, she is adorable, and you will love her. Whatever. I'm not leaving. I can't leave like this. I'll come up with some clue to solve this in case if it kills me.
But your testimony has already given us enough to convict the defendant. No, don't say it like that.
Aha!
Aha, what?
This blood stain. The criminal tried to wipe it off, right?
That seems to be what happened, yeah.
We might be able to find out what was really written here.
Really? You could do that?
That's right, with this.
Luminol.
It's called luminol. Maybe you know of it? It's a chemical that reacts to blood.
Okay, whenever I see luminol, I keep reminding myself of that stupid Beachy Cats sketch where Emma goes up. He's like, oh wow, look at your office. We can use luminol to find out who did it. And like, Phoenix like, no, don't. And she's just spraying everything. And then like, it's just like the computer's just covered in white. And then she's just like, huh, yeah, it tastes salty like blood. And he's just like, oh god. Oh god. Yeah, VG Cats. Oh my god. I don't even know if he still does VG Cat stuff. The guy.
Up early for work? Oof. Only just the beginning of a shift.
Fun stuff. I remember like having to wake up super fucking early for morning shifts.
Yes, but not like overnight early.
Well, like my night shifts started from like usually 6 or 7, and then I do like to 2 a.m. depending on how bad it was. That's what you went to bed at 4 p.m. Yeah, 6 hours. Yeah. Ooh. If I were younger, like 10 years younger, I'd be like 6 hours sleep. Yeah, whatever. But now that I'm not in my 20s anymore. It's just like, oh, not 8 hours of sleep, not enough. Ah, yes. We have we done those tests yet?
As if I'm gonna tell you.
You work with the prosecution. You're gonna have to. The blood stains covered a section of the carpet. In order to perform blood tests, that section was removed and submitted. Perhaps we should request it here in court now. I do not miss night shifts, neither do I, but...
Right, go for it, Apollo.
Huh? I have to do the test?
You just have to spray the luminol on it. Simple. Actually, I think there's more to it, but you know what, for the simplicity of this.
Yeah, you put the luminol in, and then you have to use a catalyst or something. And then you have to use a light, UV light. A chemical that reacts to blood. I've heard of this somewhere. Yes, I believe an analysis is called for. Have at it. I've seen the fact that they do it in this court means that they're not serious. Like, so much contamination.
I know, right? Right, ready? It's easy as pie. Just touch the screen to spray an area. Here, give it a try.
The eyes of the entire court are focused on me.
Apollo, your hand's shaking.
Let's just do this.
All you have to do is spray a bottle.
Spritz. Nailed it.
First time.
Click, 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 click. Wow, it really works.
This must be the power of science. It says IPXX 314208. 206. Is that the killer's name?
Maybe it is. If the killer was a robot. I have it. So what is it? I thought those letters IPXX looked familiar. This is an Interpol ID number.
Interpol? You mean International Police Agency?
Whoa, this case just went global.
Oh dang.
Like more so than it was already.
International, yeah. Yes, most are undercover agents working to solve international crimes. But why would he write that number? Why would Mr. Latouche even know a number like that? Good show, Fraulein Detective. Rock on.
Eh?
Your Honor. Your Honor, we can verify this number immediately. Darian, are you there? Come up to the witness stand.
ATM? You mean an automatic teller machine?
Darian, you heard what we need. Go check into this Interpol ID number. Sure thing. Give me 30 minutes. No, give me 27.
Very specific, alright.
I'm not sure what to think of all this. The prosecution's case is airtight, or so it seems. Yet if this number is really that of an Interpol agent,
Oh, wait, I know.
you don't work till 5, just long showers are fun. Yeah, that's true.
That's nice. What if Maki Tobias really an undercover Interpol agent?
That would be a possibility. A possibility, yes, and one that would mark him as the killer for certain.
I'm sorry, that was you.
Why did Latouche know an Interpol ID number? That's what I want to know. Well, we have some time while we wait. We have some time while we await Darian's report. Let's work on unraveling another mystery, shall we? A curious mystery concerning Machi Tobaye.
What about Majestic Stream?
Don't tell Majestic that. What are you talking about? Fraulein Detective. Fraulein Detective, please accept my apologies. I received word that the defendant could, in fact, see just before the trial began. It seemed too much to be a bother to tell you.
You had me until that last bit.
Does this not raise a rather straightforward question?
Well, sure. Why did Maki pretend he couldn't see?
Can't curse in this stream, it censors it. So if she says fucking say fucking, yeah. No, I don't think the stream censors it too much, does it?
I have no idea.
I know, I pushed out Nightbot, so you should be able to curse, I think. Oh, curse words are censored in digital Majestic. Oh, okay.
Ah.
We don't censor our curse
Yeah.
words as much. I mean, we will
Okay.
warn you if we ever get an explosive amount of people that we need to control. Yeah, bots will be implemented.
But until then,
we would probably have to get some more. What's the word I'm looking for? More moderators.
But until then,
I mean, cussing is acceptable here. This is a adult stream or a mature audience's stream. Exactly, but it makes a little sense. What do you think? What do you think, Hair Forehead? Huh? Me? Machi Tobaye pretended he was blind. You know why?
how could he know?
Wait, Prosecutor Gavin knows why, doesn't he?
He's known from the start of the trial. He's been leading us on this whole time. Something wrong? Do you think perhaps this is some kind of game? You know that the moment I heard that report, I knew why. I suppose people who have sold over 1 million records really are something else. What does that have to do with anything? There was a reason why Machi Tobaye pretended to be blind. It wasn't for his own sake. Get into the picture now? It wasn't for himself. Well, Mr. Justice, can you present evidence that shows why the defendant had to feign blindness?
I think you have that.
Court record. Profiles. Borginian defendant in this case.
Yes, show evidence. You do have evidence.
Evidence or person?
Where are we at?
She had no reason to pretend he couldn't see, which means, oh, it couldn't be. Good job, Hair Forehead. Seems you've thought of something. Oh, why can't I figure these things out on my own? I hate having to take my cues from this guy. Very well. Look at this. This is why he was pretending he couldn't see. Meekins now.
Present the post.
Postcard?
Take that!
That is La Mirror. La Mirror and Machi Tobaye. Recall their relationship. In particular, their unique arrangement over the years before visiting our country.
Lemure and her pianist.
Sometimes feel bad about. So considering the amount of cursing we do. At the time, my best friend and son checked out the stream. We were playing Resident Evil 6, and they had just played Resident Evil 5. Dad, why is Uncle James swearing so much? Which led to my friend muting the stream while okay, yeah, our content isn't wholly family friendly, and if we ever decide to go that route, then maybe we'll have to think about it. But until then, I don't think so.
I mean, this is why our stream has a adult content warning before you even start. So. And they would always walk together. She leading him by the hand. Even when they go on stage, she would lead him to the piano. They would walk all the way over there with. She would walk all the way over there with him. Sorry, that's you.
That's right, because he was blind. She let him at all times, never letting him go. All times. Yet, we have just learned something that makes their arrangement peculiar indeed. Maki could see. Why did he have to keep his act up the whole time? Well, wasn't it part of their performance? I think there's a simpler explanation. Maki did not need to be led by the hand at all. That can only mean one thing. The siren is blind.
Really?
Really? It was the other way around, yes. She is blind. The Mirror is blind. The only one who needs to be led up by the hand was La Mirror. What is this? So you mean to say that the Mirror is... she's... Yes, Your Honor. The Mirror is blind. Cursors don't mean anything, at least in English. You can use a swear word in every part of a speech except prepositions, so they technically have no meaning. Yeah, they can be used every part of that. Like, fuck the fucking fuckers.
That's my favorite example.
I love the origin of the word fuck or something. And then he's like, it could be used as a noun, like how about you go play hide and go, or a verb, like how did you go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Or, do you guys know the F word, the animation for it? Yeah, I remember that animation way back in the heydays of like Newgrounds and Flash. Yeah. This is crazy, Prosecutor Gavin. Is it now? That's right. Whoops, that's Apollo.
That's Apollo.
Is it now?
Hide and go fuck yourself.
Please shed some sanity on this madness. Hide and go fuck. Yeah. Why don't you go play hide and go fuck yourself? That's my favorite line.
Or you could use it as almost every word in the sentence.
Every
fuck
word.
That fucking fucker.
Or Becky fucks.
I love it. Though.
So dumb. So
I love
versatile.
it. The most versatile word in the English language.
The defense has made an outrageous claim. The only thing outrageous is I see about the defense is the vast. The only thing outrageous I see about the defense is his vast forehead. Yet I see it is not vast in vain this time. He is quite correct, but that makes no sense.
Yeah, wasn't she supposed to be the landscape painter in sound or something?
Well, since we have her here, why not ask Lemure herself? I believe she still is in the witness waiting room.
Apollo, what does this mean for her case?
Don't ask me. I had no idea she couldn't see. I hadn't even imagined it until now, which is why she was so keen on the listening. Yeah.
It's like,
Bailiff,
as to what I saw,
bring in
I saw
Lemure.
nothing.
Yeah, she hasn't been lying.
As soon as you started saying that, Rash, I knew Clavio was insulting Apollo's forehead.
Yeah, it pains me deeply to call you before us again in this way, and yet I must.
Please, do not be concerned on my behalf.
Eyes, she really can't see. Really?
It is true.
And criminal justice, that tells us that the fuck stands for unlawful carnal knowledge. I think what was it in the actual animation? Fuck comes from the word frick or to strike. That was their definition. That was their use, their origin
supposed,
for it. The
yeah.
supposed origin to strike. Yeah.
But anyways, it is true. How funny it is that a tiny lad born in the Borginian countryside would one day grow to entangle the entire world.
So you are.
Yes, as I mentioned before, I have no memory of the time before I became Lemure. Know too that my memories begin in darkness. The word light has no meaning for Lemure.
It was painted on the signs hung around next for adulterers during the Middle Ages when it was a crime. I don't know. I think every origin around the word is a hoax. Until proven otherwise, I don't know. I just assume that the F word is just the F word. I see. You may recall me saying something towards the beginning of this trial here, boy. What's that? I believe I said it was unfortunate this crime had no direct witness. Oh. Now, Mirror, I must ask you to stand once more. Will you testify to the court about your eyes?
Of course. It was never my intention to deceive any of you. May I begin, Your Honor?
Oh, yes, of course. Though I admit I am a little lost here. Like, he's blinking right now. The judge
Blink,
blinks.
blink.
He's not a robot. I think we're all a bit lost here, Your Honor. This is a very long trial, jeez.
I have no memory of the light. I debuted in a world of darkness and sound. My producer came up with my PR line before he knew this. So silly as it may sound, I had to pretend I could see. Everyone on my staff knew, of course, but no others.
So mysterious. Oh, wow. Oh, super mysterious. Oh, super mysterious. Oh, I can't believe it. But this is a murder trial.
I apologize. It was part of my contract, you see. I was to keep my blindness a secret, no matter what. Music is everything for me. I never imagined something like this would.
She told us the truth in the beginning. Then she said she saw nothing.
Yeah.
Very well, then does the defense have anything to add? I'd like to cross-examine.
But what is there left to ask?
Yeah, she's blind. Yeah, she's full blind, like darkness, complete darkness.
Yeah.
There was one thing in her testimony that bothered me. Perhaps it is best we let you get it out of your system. Someday you'll come to understand the importance of thinking for yourself.
Oh, thanks, Clavia.
Thanks, Fabio. Go fucking drown in a puddle. Very well, the defense may proceed. However, be aware this court will not tolerate any questions deemed too stressful to the witness. Okay. There was only one part that bothered me. Let me ask about that and I'll be happy.
Just one part. Press on the last one about her staff.
All the staff knew.
Yeah.
But all the staff knew, technically, Latus did not, because he said the witness was the siren.
Was the siren. Time to increase the ratio of swears. Swear to not swear.
Yeah. When you say your staff, do you include Mr. Latus?
Of course, he was my manager.
So he knew. And that's what's been bugging me. Something the matter, Mr. Justice. I believe I know what is bothering our young defense attorney. You're thinking of when you discovered the body, yes?
Is he right, Apollo?
Yes, I was.
And how many?
He's alive. Mr. Latus, can you hear me? Cold, so cold. Witness. You're cold? Don't worry, you're going to be fine. Help is on the way. Let's see. Hang in there, Mr. Latus. Tell me who was the witness. Witness.
Like, you've had to
So-
do that flashback
yeah,
like
4 times.
16 times.
Yeah. So he says the witness can't. He can't see.
He
Can't
didn't
see
Yeah,
is
he just
the
says
siren.
can't see.
Yeah.
He just says can't see, not necessarily himself.
Mr. Latouche told me to ask the witness, and he named you. Why would he do that? He knew you were blind.
I don't know.
Disc. What did what did I just say? You need to learn to think for yourself. Meaning what? There's no mystery here if you recall everything he said. Think of the last words once more. The witness. The witness Ben?
Siren?
No, the witness Siren? We've heard that many times, along with a little play acting by our defense. Hey, whoa, Judge! Don't call me out on my bad voice stunts, okay? Or you're gonna get a hick accent next, and you're not gonna like that. I remember them well myself, but that statement is not what I refer. I mean, what he said before that. Before? What came before? That's right. He tried to tell you. When he said can't see, he wasn't talking about himself. He was talking about the witness. I see. Too bad the defense did not. Bare hair forehead? Try relaxing and looking at the facts first next time. I love my bad. You love my bad voice. That's why thank you. Order.
I'll order.
Colamure's earlier testimony. There it is.
I was on my way from the stage to the backstage exit. There were 2 shots. I couldn't do anything to stop it.
But she couldn't have heard those gunshots. I thought we proved that. That is not the most important point here. The moment he was shot, Mr. Latouche witnessed her through the window. Why else would he have named her as a witness? Oh.
But I really did hear them.
Can you swear with the echo? What swear word do you want? Is it impossible for me to watch Phoenix Wright anime because all the voices sound wrong? Yeah, sorry about that. How about prosecutor? I'm just not gonna do this for I'm Miles Edgeworth, and I'm your prosecutor. Sioux-centric prosecutor.
Although, the Phoenix Wright dub bloopers is still A+.
It's all dick jokes.
The bloopers is A+. Like, you don't have to watch the show, just watch the bloopers. Oh god.
2 gunshots and the man's voice.
I'll suck your dick! I'll suck your dick! Oh god, that movie just fucking kills me. That one line just fucking makes me takes me out of anything.
I already forgot what that.
Oh, it's that stupid movie where they have
We literally just watched it a few days ago.
No,
didn't we?
no, you never watched it.
No?
I watched it by myself.
I swear I
I'll
thought.
suck your dick. It's from it's that movie where they have like stuffed animal, stuffed puppets, from Sesame Street, live in real life with humans. And it's a buddy cop.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, that one. One of the washed up actors just I'll suck your dick every time, and I'm just oh my god. Unfortunately, such a thing was impossible. The window was closed. We have already run a simulation, of course.
But it was so clear. If I heard that voice again, I would know it in an instant.
Ace Attorney English dub blooper reel is amazing. Watch it if you like voice proper voice actors making stupid dick jokes. Your Honor! What is it, bailiff? Can't you see we're in session here? We have the results back from the investigation. The investigation? The Interpol numbers that Mr. Toulouse left us. Well, let's hear it. We will continue this cross-examination afterward. Detective Crescent, your report. Oh, he asked us a name. Detective Crescent, your report, please. I didn't realize he had. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got
No.
Darian pressing it. I asked Interpol about the number. I'm sure you'll find the answer intriguing. Quick work as always, Dad. Well, tell us about the number. Is the defendant a secret agent? IPXX314206. The agent registered under this number was Romain Latouche. What? What? Us? Undercover Interpol agent was Mr. Latouche himself. Was apparently in the middle of an operation. So when he wrote those letters, he was trying to tell us his own identity. And a cautious killer tried to wipe them away.
Mr. Latouche was an undercover Interpol agent? So him being Lemur's manager.
It's just a cover, most likely. There's one other important detail I found. Hell out with it. It concerns that 45 caliber revolver and the murder weapon. Apparently, it belonged to Romain Latouche. He had an Interpol permit to carry firearms, and the registration number on the revolver matched. So the victim was killed with his own weapon, which makes sense. It's hard to imagine someone who wasn't an Interpol agent with such a large revolver. So the victim was an Interpol agent and on an undercover op. I wonder how that ties into everything.
It's gotta tie in somehow, you'd think.
Yeah, somehow.
Now tell me what the case is about.
Yeah. Thanks for looking into that for us, Detective Crescent. It's a great help. No problem at all, Your Honor. I'll be heading out. Ooh.
Oh.
Hold it. Wait.
Uh-oh. Mirror! Is something the matter?
That voice just now.
Darian?
Mr. Darian, is it? It was him. I am sure of it.
It was him? You aren't saying.
That voice I heard, talking to Mr. Latouche. When I heard the gunshots fired, it was him. It was Mr. Darian.
Oh shit. Is this some kind of joke? What? Why? Rabble!
Oh,
Oh
man.
my god! Darian! Douchebag McFrohawk? Douchebag McPophawk? I don't know what it's called.
Yeah. Huh?
Pop. The courtroom fell into such a chaotic state, the trial had to be suspended temporarily. I'd never seen something like that happen before.
You will
Of
now
course
that you
it's-
work at the Reyes agency.
Of course, it's not every day that you get an accusation like this one. Mirror, fingering Darian Crescent. Not only is he a guitarist, he's a detective. Could it really have been this voice Mirror heard? Things were changing fast, and frankly, I wasn't sure I could keep up with it.
Hey! No whipping out now, Apollo!
Yes. Lemura totally fingered.
Are we going to part 2 of this trial, or is there an investigation period?
I think it's part 2 of the trial.
So how long is this fucking trial?
Oh,
Nope,
sorry, no,
nope, it's investigation, yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, I think
Serenade.
this might be a good time to stop then.
It goes in, yeah, so it goes in investigation and then 2 trials.
The final trial.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's save it for next week then.
Sure.
I'm going to.
Yes, we are all. Darian had been fingered. Yes, we are all adults here.
Darian. Was it a
Lemura
fingered Darian Crescent? Just chuckles on the clip.
Yes.
All right, so I'm gonna do this tab really quick. Who is on that we can go bother?
Bother.
Shiro Persona 4 Golden. Persona 4 Golden. That's something that Brendan gave me. So we could do that unless someone has any other ideas. Maybe some more Ace Attorney stuff. Chat, let me know what you want to see. Who's on Ace Attorney right now? We got a couple people playing Ace Attorney today. Quite a few people actually. There's a couple in Japanese, so if you're interested in watching that, and there's a few in English. Let's see here. Who here wants to watch something in English, or do you want to do Apollo Justice? Oh, someone's going down to the finale right now. For those of you who here has seen the finale of our Ace Attorney. Let's see here. Let's see how far along she is.
You don't have to mute it. It doesn't come out of. It doesn't come
Oh,
into
does
the
not
stream.
anymore?
It doesn't come into the stream.
Let me know if you're hearing that in the background, please. She's doing voice dubs? Tell me she's doing voice dubs. Yeah, she's doing,
Oh,
she's doing some voice dubs.
yeah.
Okay, this seems like a cool person to attack. We will do that right now. So we're gonna do a quick raid. For those of you who have, probably all of you who have subscriptions, you can raid. I implore you to do so. So again, my name is Rashi.
I'm Joyce.
It's been Saturday's Bad Voice Dubs playing Apollo Justice. Thank you so much for joining us today. Remember to see us tomorrow for a team stream, and we will have some fun times together. Remember to nag us about products that you want to see us make. Until then, just say hello to this lovely lady here doing some voice dubs as well. And remember to rep the squad, and we will see you. Old Greg has been banned. And we will see you next. Oops, sorry. And we'll see you next time. All right.
Yeah.
What?
Can't read this channel.
Oh, she might have turned rating off.
She might have been turned rating off. Oh, that's too bad for her.
Well, that's too bad.
So we're gonna have to go for the next one. Let me just check out the next person, then we'll get the next person in the line. I say yeah.
Let's say.
So this is Trilogy. This is on Japanese. Then this one is HD, and that one should be fine. There we go. All right, next one up is. Actually, hold on. There's a duo here that I kind of want to do. Yeah, there's a duo right here. The duo streamers. Yeah, it's him and her duo. Let's do this then. So remember?
Oh, it's with Juicy too.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, that's us. Never
us.
mind.
You.
All right, we're gonna raid this lovely couple right here. You say hi to them for us again. This is the Daring Player Squad. We'll see you tomorrow, and we stream 5 days a week. Different games
I
every
wouldn't
day
invite
of the
us
week.
either.
We love
We
you.
cause trouble.
All right, we got 10 seconds. Anyway, again, much love. Thanks for the bits. Thanks for the follows. Thanks for your subscriptions. We can't do it without
And
you.
product ideas.
And product ideas. Have a nice night. Bye.